guys, today we're talking about building confidence, and I'm going to show you, or rather tell you, how you can literally reprogram your brain to become a more confident individual and more confident trader, which in turn will make you a more profitable trader. If you don't do so already, make sure you follow me on social media at Akil Stokes RTM, especially on Twitter. I've been sharing a lot of content lately, trading and non-trading related. So make sure you check it out. Make it part of your daily routine. All right, let's go. All right, so you need to change. This is very important because I've personally went through this. Trading, and the traders in this room will tell you, trading is all about confidence. Would you guys agree? Trading is all about confidence. We make so many comparisons between trading and sports, and they are so very similar because of the psychological element, especially the fact that even if we're on a team, we're technically alone. And in sports, you have to be overconfident, right? If you ask any person in the NBA or any professional sporting league if they're the best player on their team, they'll probably tell you yes. And you'll probably laugh at them. But everyone has that mindset. You know why? Because you don't make it that far without that mindset of, even if you know you're not the best, you have to tell yourself that you are the best in order to get yourself to that level. And in trading psychology is the biggest obstacle that stands in the way of traders, right? So many traders fail because of trading psychology. Again, I've mentioned studies and whatnot that say, in general, traders don't have a problem finding winning trades. In general, traders win more than they lose. But also in general, traders lose all their money in 90 days, right? So there's a disconnect there. And the biggest thing is trading psychology. And the secret weapon to defeating trading psychology is confidence. Now, confidence is grown through a lot of other stuff like hard work and doing things the right way and the correct preparation, right? That's how you develop confidence. But it also comes down to self-talk and you convincing yourself that you are what you want to be. And in the very beginning of my trading career, I was very embarrassed about what I was doing. And people would ask me, and I had zero confidence. I was afraid to tell them that I was a trader. I was afraid to tell them that I was in the financial markets because, it had a bad rep, right? If being a trader or being an investor was basically being a reckless gambler, right? Oh, so you just throw money at the market. You're one of those reckless gamblers or something like that. And I didn't want to be thought of that. Plus, I wasn't good yet. So I didn't want to call myself a trader if I wasn't actually good at trading. I thought I had to earn that title. And that lack of confidence in myself and even what I was doing carried over to my charts because I would see stuff and I would be afraid to do it because I wasn't sure in my head. I had doubts and it affected my trading results drastically. And then I read this Tony Robbins book and it empowered me and got me all fired up. And I started lighting hot coals and walking across them outside of my backyard and doing all types of weird stuff like that. All right, maybe I didn't do that part, but I did stand in front of the mirror and repeat positive affirmations at myself every day. And I did put them into my trading plan. I did read that every single day from beginning to end. And a goal that I made was I was going to have more confidence in myself. And it started with just being confident and being proud of what I was doing, being proud that I was a trader. So when people asked me what I did, I would no longer curl up into a little ball and try to hide from the question and be like, trader, like stuff like that. I'd have a deep voice and be like, I'm a trader in the Forex market, right? And I would dare you to ask more questions because I wanted to be proud about telling you. And the more confidence I had in that, the more confidence I had in the market, the more confidence I had in the market, the less trading mistakes I made. I miraculously turned around my trading career from someone who was a really good trader that would lose because I would just self-sabotage to a really good trader that would stay out of his way that ended up making some money. So you gotta have confidence. It's so key. You have to force yourself by any means necessary. Hot coals or positive affirmations in the mirror, whatever is your cup of tea. But you gotta force yourself, right? You gotta force yourself. Fake it till you make it, yeah. There was a good, man, I wish I knew what it was. I was watching something and they were like, you should no longer fake it till you make it. You should do something else. And I forgot what that something else was. I don't have any problem with faking it till you make it, guys. As long as you, and by fake it like you make it, like you're not, I guess, you're not out there telling lies and stuff like that. But you're treating yourself how you want to be treated, right? If you want to be taken seriously, you've got to play the role until you become the part. My cousin is an actor. He's just in another. He's in a Paramount film now, which is pretty cool. But I was talking to him the other day about acting and how do you get into like the whole process of acting and going to these auditions and how do you remember all these lines? Because I watched something he was recently in and I'm like, how do you guys remember all these lines? It's crazy. And he said what he does is to get into character. Once he gets the role or the role that he's auditioning for, he just locks himself in his room for a little bit and he transforms into the person. And then what he does is when he goes out to do normal people stuff like get groceries or go to the store, he stays in character. Like he tries to live life as this person, as this role, right? So he's faking it, right? He is pretending to be this role and he's doing it so often that it basically becomes a habit and he becomes the role. And then once he becomes the role, now he's comfortable in it because now he's not just trying to play a role. Essentially, he's living a role. And it was very interesting. And you see a lot of the top actors do this as well. I forgot there was, I got a funny story about Jason Stapleton like that. But there was another actor that was, what's the guy that played Leto, I think his name is. He played the Joker in Suicide Squad. Is it Jared Leto? I don't know how to pronounce his name. But he played the Joker in Suicide Squad, which is like a sick, demented role. And they said he refused to break character for the entire filming. So like action, he was in character. Cameras off, he was in character. Like his co-actors didn't like him because like the Joker's not a good person, and like they'd be out like getting drinks and stuff like that, and he would still be in this role, and they'd be like, "Come on, dude, just like relax," and he wouldn't break role until the movie was done. Now, I think he did a good job of that role, but yeah, he committed so hard to it that it became a lifestyle. I remember doing some filming with Jason Stapleton. We were doing a fight scene, and I wasn't sure if he broke character or not. I was scared. We were doing this fight scene, and he's ex-military, right? Marines, and I thought he was going to break my neck. And I wasn't sure because I'm like, are we still acting? Are we not acting? I'm done acting. Are you done acting? Because I don't like the way you're looking at me, man. And you know this fight scene is fake, right? You know this isn't real, right? I remember that, but I think he was just in role. So yeah, it's crazy. But as traders, we need to do the same thing. We need to carry ourselves with confidence until that confidence catches up with us, and then we're no longer quote unquote playing a role. Now it actually is us. We're no longer pretending to be the confident trader. We have become the confident trader. And not to get too deep on this, but you can do this in so many other aspects of life, because the thing about life is this, right? And so many people don't understand this, right? So we can literally, we have the power to change and transform ourselves, right? We have the power, our brain is wired with these neural pathways, right? Which are like our actions and our habits and our thought processes and all that fun stuff, right? We can literally change those. It takes time and it takes repetition, right? But we can literally, maybe not literally go inside our brain, because we're not actually going inside our brain, but we can rewire our brain to be anything we want to be. It's so cool. If you're someone that lacks confidence, you can rewire your brain. If you're someone that wants to be successful, you can rewire your brain. You can't do like genetic stuff. You can't make yourself taller, but you can rewire how you think and how you act. It takes a long time, but like anything else, if you jumpstart that process, you'll do it quicker than later. There was a buddy of mine who actually learned this from, right? He teaches a series called Deliberate Success. I was a part of it with him, which is a brilliant program. The whole thing is about rewiring your brain to become successful. And he read a long time ago that, if you want to rewire your brain and think a certain way, like you had to read like one book a week or something like that. So he started reading, no lie, he started reading like thousands of articles and thousands of books, thousands of articles each week, thousands of books each month. Like he would, I don't know how he did it. He'd be up like 20 hours a day because he said, okay, if it's going to take me, if I need to read this amount of stuff to rewire my brain, if I just do it quicker, then that whole process will happen quicker. And I remember he was talking to some friends where they were trying to ask him, like, how did you change so quick? He's like, well, how many books are you reading? Well, I'm reading this many. That's why I'm kind of in front of you in this race. So it's a really cool thing. But you can do the same thing in trading. You need to do the same thing in trading if you want to be successful, because lack of confidence, I should say, will always come back to bite you. And it will hide and it will wait until the worst of times when you're in a trade and you got to have that confidence to stay in, and it'll sneak up and it'll cause you to make a mistake, and then you'll make that mistake and then boom. And that just leads to more and more and more. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And hey, if you have any tips, maybe something you've done on your own or something you've read or something you've had a friend done, feel free to let me know. I love doing follow-ups to these episodes. This is a common question that we get, not just in life, but in trading. So the more knowledgeable I am, the more resources I have, the more tips that I can give you on how to improve, the better. Because you know what? It's going to be different for everyone. All right, I'll see you guys next episode. Until then, plan your trade your plan. Take care.